Every year after 50, you lose up to 1% of your muscle mass, which speeds up aging, weakens your bones, and makes everyday tasks harder. The good news: just a few simple exercises can turn back the clock, keeping you strong, energized, and feeling years younger. Aging is inevitable. But how you age, that's largely up to you. Modern research shows that lifestyle plays a greater role in the pace of aging than genetics. In other words, while you may have inherited a few traits from your parents, it's your daily habits, especially movement, that decide whether you thrive in your 50s, 60s, and beyond, or decline faster than necessary. So, let's dive into what really happens to your body after 50, and why exercise is the closest thing we have to a fountain of youth. The body's turning point after 50. Many people think aging just happens the moment you hit 50. In reality, changes in the body begin decades earlier. But around the midlife mark, the effects of these changes accelerate and become more noticeable. Here's what tends to happen. Muscle loss, sarcopenia. Starting in your 40s, you begin losing muscle mass naturally. By 50, this process speeds up. Without intervention, the average adult loses 30% of their muscle strength by age 70. This isn't just about aesthetics. Muscle is your engine for movement, metabolism, and energy. Less muscle means slower metabolism, higher fat storage, weaker balance, and more fatigue. Bone density decline, osteopenia and osteoporosis. Bone tissue becomes thinner and more brittle with age. Women, especially after menopause, are at higher risk due to hormonal changes. This decline increases the risk of fractures, spinal compression, and reduced height over time. Joint stiffness and reduced mobility. Cartilage wears down, flexibility decreases, and everyday movements, like bending or climbing stairs, become harder. Reduced mobility doesn't just affect comfort, it also impacts independence. Slower metabolism and weight gain. With less muscle mass and hormonal shifts, your body burns fewer calories at rest. This makes weight gain more likely, particularly around the belly, which increases risk for heart disease, diabetes, and inflammation. Balance and coordination decline. The body's proprioception, awareness of movement and position, weakens. This makes falls more likely, which can lead to serious injuries in older adults. Why exercise is the #1 anti-aging tool. Here's the empowering truth. While these changes are common, they are not inevitable. Exercise directly counters nearly every negative effect of aging. Strength training builds and preserves muscle, keeping your metabolism strong and your body capable. Weight-bearing exercise strengthens bones and reduces osteoporosis risk. Cardio workouts keep your heart, lungs, and brain young, while improving endurance and energy. Flexibility and balance training preserve mobility, prevent falls, and maintain independence. Think of exercise as a reset button for the aging process. Every rep, every walk, every stretch signals your body to stay young, stay strong, and stay capable. The hidden risks of a sedentary lifestyle after 50. Unfortunately, modern life has made sitting the new normal. Desk jobs, cars, screens, and a culture of convenience mean that many adults spend 10+ hours a day sitting. Research has linked sedentary living after 52. Faster muscle loss, weaker bones, higher blood pressure, increased fat storage, especially belly fat, decline in memory and brain function, greater risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease. The good news: it doesn't take hours in the gym to reverse this. Just 20 to 30 minutes a day of intentional movement can start to rebuild muscle, boost bone strength, and improve heart health. The longevity connection. Scientists studying blue zones, regions of the world where people regularly live to 90 or even 100, have discovered one consistent factor: movement is a way of life. In Okinawa, Japan, older adults garden, squat, and walk daily. In Sardinia, Italy, people climb hills, carry groceries, and stay active in community life. In Loma Linda, California, exercise and outdoor activity are part of a faith-based lifestyle. The lesson: longevity isn't about extreme workouts. It's about consistent, functional movement that strengthens the body and integrates into daily living. How exercise reverses aging at the cellular level. Here's the most exciting part. Exercise doesn't just make you feel younger, it literally slows aging inside your cells. Mitochondria boost. Exercise stimulates mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, giving you more energy. Telomere protection. Studies show active adults maintain longer telomeres, the caps on DNA that shorten with age. Longer telomeres equals slower aging. Hormonal balance. Regular movement helps regulate insulin, growth hormone, and cortisol, keeping your system in balance. Brain benefits. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain and boosts production of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which preserves memory and learning ability. So when you exercise, you're not just working on the outside, you're literally reprogramming your biology for youth. The bottom line is, turning 50 isn't the end of your strength, vitality, or independence. In fact, it can be the beginning of your healthiest chapter if you choose movement as your medicine. Yes, muscle loss, bone decline, and slower metabolism are real. But exercise is stronger. It's the antidote to premature aging and the foundation for staying young in body and spirit. Every year after 50, your body quietly begins to shed muscle. This silent decline, called sarcopenia, is one of the biggest drivers of aging. It leads to weakness, slower metabolism, and increased risk of falls, fractures, and even chronic disease. But there's good news. Strength training is the single most powerful tool to stop sarcopenia in its tracks. In fact, studies show that even people in their 70s, 80s, and 90s can regain lost muscle, improve balance, and rebuild strength once they start resistance training. It's never too late. Your muscles respond at any age. So let's dive into why strength training is your best anti-aging weapon, which exercises matter most, and how you can start safely, even if you've never lifted a weight before. Why strength training matters most after 50. Muscle equals youth. Muscle mass isn't just about looking toned. It's your body's functional reserve. The more you have, the younger and stronger you feel. More muscle means a higher metabolism, better posture, faster recovery, and less fat storage. Protects bones and joints. Resistance training strengthens bones through a process called mechanical loading. Every squat, push, or lift tells your bones to grow denser and stronger. This dramatically lowers the risk of osteoporosis and fractures, improves balance and prevents falls. Stronger legs, hips, and core muscles stabilize your body. Balance drills combined with resistance moves reduce fall risk, a leading cause of injury in older adults. Boosts hormones. Strength training naturally raises growth hormone and testosterone in men and women. These hormones preserve muscle, keep energy levels high, and improve mood. Longevity and independence. Strength equals independence. Carrying groceries, getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, all are strength-based. The stronger you are, the longer you stay independent. The best strength training exercises after 50. Not all exercises are created equal. The best moves for healthy aging are compound exercises, those that work multiple muscles at once, mimicking real-life movements. Here are the top exercises to stay young after 50. 1. Squats. Why? Builds leg and core strength, essential for standing up, climbing stairs, and preventing falls. Options: bodyweight squats, chair-assisted squats, or goblet squats with a dumbbell. 2. Push ups. Why? Strengthens chest, shoulders, arms, and core. Great for maintaining upper body power. Options: wall push-ups, incline push-ups on a bench, or traditional floor push-ups. 3. Rows. Why? Strengthens the back, improves posture, and counters slouching. Options: resistance band rows, dumbbell rows, or machine rows. 4. Glute bridges. Why? Builds strong hips and glutes, vital for walking, balance, and preventing back pain. Options: bodyweight bridges, single leg bridges, or weighted bridges. 5. Overhead press. Why? Keeps shoulder strength for lifting, reaching, and carrying. Options: light dumbbell presses, resistance bands, or seated overhead presses. 6. Farmer's carry. Why? One of the best functional moves, strengthens grip, core, and overall stability. How? Hold weights in each hand and walk steadily, keeping your posture tall. How much strength training do you really need? The best part, you don't need to live in the gym. Frequency, 2 to 3 sessions per week. Duration, 30 to 40 minutes per session. Sets and representatives, aim for 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 12 representatives per exercise. Progression, start light, then gradually increase resistance as your body adapts. Even just 2 sessions per week can transform your strength, mobility, and energy levels. Safe and smart strength training tips after 50. Start with bodyweight. Master movements like squats, push-ups, and bridges before adding resistance. Focus on form. Quality beats quantity. Proper form prevents injury and ensures the right muscles are working. Use resistance bands or dumbbells. These are joint-friendly and easy to adjust. Heavy weights aren't necessary to see results. Warm up first. Gentle mobility work or a short walk prepares joints and muscles. Listen to your body. A little soreness is normal, but sharp pain is a warning sign. Modify if needed. Balance push and pull. Work both the front, chest, quads, and back, glutes, hamstrings, back muscles to avoid imbalances. Real-life success stories. The 65-year-old beginner, a woman who never exercised, started with resistance bands twice a week. Within 6 months, she reported less knee pain, more energy, and was able to hike with her grandchildren again. The 72-year-old lifter, a man with osteoporosis, began lifting light dumbbells. Over a year, he increased his bone density scores and reversed early signs of frailty. The 80-year-old marathoner, strength training became part of her routine, not to build bulk, but to keep running injury-free into her 80s. These aren't rare cases. They show what's possible when you make strength training a lifestyle. The science is clear. Dozens of studies confirm it. Strength training is the most effective exercise to prevent frailty and disability in older adults. It improves everything from metabolism to mental health. A 2017 study in JAMA Internal Medicine found that resistance training significantly reduced the risk of premature death in adults over 50. Research from Tufts University showed that seniors who lifted weights not only built muscle but also improved balance, reduced arthritis pain, and regained independence. In short, strength training doesn't just make you stronger. It makes you younger. Strength training builds the foundation of youth after 50, but there's another critical piece of the puzzle: cardio. Your heart is a muscle too, and like every other muscle in your body, it weakens with age if you don't train it. In fact, cardiovascular decline is one of the biggest reasons energy levels drop, stamina fades, and risk of chronic disease skyrockets in later life. But here's the good news: cardio training doesn't just protect your heart. It keeps your lungs, brain, and circulation young, helping you feel energized, think sharper, and live longer. What happens to the heart after 50? As you age, the cardiovascular system naturally changes. Lower maximum heart rate. Your peak exercise capacity drops by about 5 to 10 beats per decade. This makes intense activity feel harder. Stiffer blood vessels. Arteries lose flexibility, raising blood pressure and straining the heart. Reduced VO max. A VO max is your body's ability to use oxygen. After 50, it declines rapidly unless you train it. Low VO max is strongly linked to shorter lifespan. Higher risk of cardiovascular disease. A heart disease remains the leading cause of death worldwide. Sedentary lifestyles accelerate this risk. The silver lining: regular cardio exercise can reverse many of these changes, keeping your cardiovascular system decades younger than your actual age. Why cardio is essential for longevity. Protects the heart. A cardio lowers blood pressure, improves circulation, and strengthens the heart muscle. Boosts energy levels. By improving oxygen delivery, cardio makes daily activities, walking, climbing stairs, gardening, easier and less tiring. Sharpens the brain. Aerobic exercise increases blood flow to the brain and stimulates new neuron growth. It's linked to lower dementia risk. supports metabolism and weight management. A cardio burns calories, reduces belly fat, and improves insulin sensitivity, key for preventing diabetes. Improves mood and sleep. Exercise triggers endorphins and regulates stress hormones. Many older adults find that regular cardio helps combat anxiety, depression, and insomnia. The best cardio exercises after 50. You don't need to run marathons or spend hours on a treadmill. The most effective cardio for longevity is accessible, joint-friendly, and enjoyable. Here are the top choices. 1. Walking. Simple, low impact, and effective. Just 30 minutes a day of brisk walking can lower heart disease risk by 30%. Try power walking, hiking, or adding light hand weights for variety. 2. Cycling. Great for cardiovascular health without stressing the joints. Stationary bikes are excellent for all fitness levels. 3. Swimming. A full-body workout that's gentle on joints. Improves heart health, flexibility, and endurance all at once. 4. Dancing. Fun, social, and excellent for heart health. Dancing also improves coordination and brain function. 5. Rowing. A cardio plus strength combo that works the entire body. Great for improving stamina and posture. 6. Elliptical training. Low impact, easy on the knees, but still effective for improving aerobic capacity. How much cardio do you really need? Health experts recommend 150 minutes per week of moderate cardio, like brisk walking. OR 75 minutes per week of vigorous cardio, like jogging or swimming laps. That breaks down to just 20 to 30 minutes a day. For additional benefits, add 2 sessions of interval training per week, short bursts of effort followed by recovery. Daily movement, taking stairs, gardening, stretching, light walks. The power of interval training after 50. One of the most effective ways to slow cardiovascular aging is interval training. Instead of steady-paced cardio, you alternate between short bursts of higher effort and periods of recovery. For example, walk fast for 1 to 2 minutes, slow down for 2 minutes, repeat for 20 minutes. Benefits. Improves VO max faster than steady-state cardio. Builds stamina while keeping workouts time efficient. Boosts calorie burn and metabolic health. Even a simple walk faster to the next lamppost, then slow down counts as interval training. Cardio and the brain. Staying sharp. One of the most exciting findings in modern research, cardio protects the brain. Regular aerobic exercise increases hippocampus size, the part of the brain that controls memory. Cardio lowers dementia risk by up to 40%. A single workout boosts focus, mood, and mental clarity for hours. So when you go for a walk, swim, or bike ride, you're not just training your body, you're keeping your brain young too. Real-life example. The Walking Club, a group of women in their 60s who began walking 3 miles daily, reported not only weight loss but also lower blood pressure and better sleep within 3 months. The Cycling Grandpa, a 70-year-old man who started biking 20 minutes daily, improved his heart health so much that his doctor reduced his blood pressure medication. The 80-year-old swimmer, she swims 3 times a week and credits it for her strong lungs, youthful posture, and stress-free mindset. Safety tips for cardio after 50. Start slow. If you've been sedentary, begin with 10 to 15 minutes and build up gradually. Listen to your heart. Use the talk test. You should be able to talk but not sing while exercising. Protect your joints. Choose low-impact options if you have knee or hip issues. Mix it up. Variety prevents boredom and works different muscles. Check with your doctor, especially if you have heart disease, diabetes, or joint problems. Strength training gives you power. Cardio keeps your heart young. But there's another critical piece of aging well that many people overlook: flexibility and balance. Think of your body like a car. You can have a strong engine, muscles, and a solid fuel system, heart and lungs. But if the wheels are stiff, the suspension creaks, and the steering is shaky, you won't go far. That's exactly what happens when flexibility and balance decline with age. The good news: just a few minutes a day of the right exercises can restore mobility, loosen stiff joints, and drastically cut your risk of falls, the #1 cause of injury in older adults. Why flexibility declines after 50. Flexibility is your body's ability to move joints through their full range of motion. As we age, this naturally decreases due to loss of collagen and elastin, connective tissues stiffen. Decreased muscle elasticity, muscles shorten when underused. Sedentary lifestyle, sitting for hours causes hips, hamstrings, and shoulders to tighten. Arthritis and wear, cartilage wears down, limiting smooth movement. The result: stiffness, reduced mobility, poor posture, and higher risk of strains or injuries during everyday activities. Why balance gets worse with age. Balance is your ability to stay upright and stable. After 50, it weakens because of muscle loss, especially in legs and core. Weaker proprioception, your body's internal GPS that senses position. Slower reflexes. Vision and inner ear changes. Falls are the biggest danger. According to the CDC, 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year. And falls can mean fractures, loss of independence, or worse. But here's the empowering truth: balance is trainable. Like strength and endurance, it improves with practice, at any age. The benefits of flexibility and balance training: prevents falls and injuries. Stronger stabilizer muscles plus better proprioception equals less chance of slipping or tripping. Improves posture. Stretching and mobility work reverse computer posture and reduce back-neck pain. Makes daily tasks easier. Reaching overhead, tying your shoes, twisting to look behind you, all depend on mobility. Supports joint health. Gentle movement nourishes cartilage and keeps joints lubricated. Enhances athletic and everyday performance. Whether gardening, golfing, or just playing with grandkids, better flexibility and balance keep you agile. The best flexibility and balance exercises after 50. Here's a list of top exercises to stay mobile and steady. Flexibility. Hamstring stretch. Sit on the floor with one leg extended. Reach toward your toes. Benefits: loosens stiff hamstrings, supports hip and back health. Chest opener. Clasp hands behind your back and gently lift arms. Benefits: reverses hunched posture, opens shoulders. Hip flexor stretch. Step 1 foot forward into a lunge, keep torso tall. Benefits: relieves hip tightness from sitting. Cat-cow stretch. On hands and knees, alternate arching and rounding your spine. Benefits: improves spinal mobility. Neck rolls and shoulder shrugs. Are simple movements to release daily tension. Balance. Single leg stand. Stand on one leg for 20 to 30 seconds, then switch. To progress, close your eyes or stand on a cushion. Heel-to-toe walk. Walk forward placing heel to toe in a straight line. Great for coordination and stability. Tai Chi movements. Slow, controlled shifting of weight improves balance and calmness. Chair stand with balance hold. Stand from a seated position, then pause and balance before sitting back down. Tree pose, from yoga. Stand on one foot, place the other foot against your inner thigh, and hold. How much flexibility and balance training do you need? It doesn't take long. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day can keep you mobile and steady. Flexibility. Stretch major muscle groups at least 2 to 3 times per week. Daily is even better. Balance. Practice simple drills 5 to 10 minutes most days of the week. Bonus tip. You can sneak these into your day. Stand on one leg while brushing your teeth, or do a few stretches during TV commercials. Mind-body practices, yoga, Pilates, Tai Chi. Some of the best ways to combine flexibility, balance, and even strength come from mind-body disciplines. Yoga improves flexibility, balance, core strength, and stress relief. Even chair yoga is effective. Pilates builds strong, flexible muscles with a focus on core control and posture. Tai Chi, gentle, flowing movements proven to reduce fall risk by improving stability and coordination. Research shows that older adults who practice these regularly have better mobility, lower stress, and greater overall quality of life. Real-life stories. The 68-year-old yogi, a retired teacher who started yoga at 65, now touches her toes with ease and reports no more morning stiffness. The 75-year-old Tai Chi student. He joined a local class to improve balance. Within 6 months, he cut his risk of falls in half and felt more confident walking outdoors. The 80-year-old golfer. Daily stretching kept his hips and shoulders flexible enough to enjoy his favorite hobby well into his 80s. Safety tips. Warm up before stretching. Move gently first, like walking in place, to avoid injury. Stretch gently, not painfully. Mild tension is good, sharp pain is not. Use support for balance. Hold onto a chair or wall if needed until confidence builds. Be consistent. Small, daily sessions are more effective than long, occasional ones. Adapt to your body. Modify positions for arthritis, hip replacements, or joint issues. You've now discovered the 4 pillars of staying young after 50: strength, cardio, flexibility, and balance. Each one matters. Strength gives you power, cardio keeps your heart young, flexibility loosens stiff joints, and balance protects your independence. But knowledge alone isn't enough. You need a practical, simple plan you can stick with for life. In this final part, we'll create a blueprint that ties everything together into a routine that's safe, effective, and sustainable for decades. The golden rules of exercising after 50. Before we dive into specifics, here are the guiding principles to follow. Consistency, intensity. It's better to exercise moderately 4 to 5 days a week than to go all out once in a while. Progress, don't push. Start where you are, then gradually increase intensity, time, or resistance. Listen to your body. Some muscle soreness is normal, but sharp pain or joint discomfort is not. Adjust as needed. Recovery is essential. Muscles and joints need time to repair. Adequate sleep, hydration, and rest days matter. Enjoy the process. The best exercise plan is the one you look forward to. Choose activities that make you feel alive. Your weekly exercise blueprint after 50. Here's a sample plan that balances all 4 pillars. Adjust it based on your fitness level and schedule. Day 1, strength training, full body. Squats or chair squats, 3 sets of 8 to 12. Push-ups, wall or floor, 3 sets of 8 to 12. Rows with resistance band, 3 sets of 10 to 15. Glute bridges, 3 sets of 12. Plank, on knees if needed. Hold 20 to 40 seconds. Finish, 5 to 10 minutes of stretching. Day 2, cardio, moderate. 30 minutes brisk walking, cycling, or swimming. Option, add short intervals, 2 minutes faster pace, 2 minutes slower, repeat 4 to 6 times. Finish, gentle hamstring and hip stretches. Day 3, flexibility and balance. Yoga or Tai Chi class, 30 to 45 minutes. Or, at home. Hamstring stretch, 30 seconds each side. Hip flexor stretch, 30 seconds each side. Cat-cow spine mobility, 8 to 10 representatives. Tree pose balance, hold 20 seconds each side. Heel-to-toe walk, 10 steps forward, repeat 3 times. Day 4, strength training, upper and core. Overhead dumbbell press, 3 sets of 8 to 12. Farmer's carry, hold weights and walk. 3 rounds, 30 to 40 seconds. Side planks, hold 15 to 30 seconds per side. Seated resistance band rows, 3 sets of 12. Finish, chest opener stretch. Day 5, cardio, fun or variety. Dance class, hiking, swimming, or biking, 30 to 40 minutes. Choose something enjoyable that keeps you moving and smiling. Day 6, flexibility and balance refresh. Gentle stretching, 15 minutes. Balance drills, single leg stands, chair stand with pause, Tai Chi flow. Focus on breath and relaxation. Day 7, rest and recovery. Take it easy, light walk, gentle stretching, or just relax. Rest days are when your body repairs and grows stronger. Nutrition and lifestyle, the other half of the equation. Exercise is powerful, but it works best when paired with smart lifestyle choices. Protein power. After 50, you need more protein to maintain muscle. Aim for 20 to 30 grams per meal from lean meats, fish, eggs, beans, or Greek yogurt. Hydration. Older adults often feel less thirsty, but hydration is crucial for joints, energy, and digestion. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses daily. Anti-inflammatory foods are fruits, vegetables, nuts, olive oil, and fatty fish, like salmon, reduce inflammation and support recovery. Sleep as recovery. Aim for 7 to 8 hours. Deep sleep releases growth hormone, critical for muscle repair and energy. Stress management. Chronic stress accelerates aging. Meditation, deep breathing, and even hobbies count as anti-aging medicine. Motivation, how to stay consistent. One of the biggest challenges isn't starting, it's staying consistent. Here's how. Set small goals. Instead of "I'll work out forever," commit to 3 workouts this week. Track progress. Write down representatives, times, or distances. Seeing progress is motivating. Buddy system, walk, lift, or stretch with a friend or group. Accountability works wonders. Mix it up. Variety keeps it fun. Rotate between walking, swimming, yoga, and strength. Focus on the why. Remind yourself, this isn't just about exercise. It's about independence, energy, confidence, and quality of life. Real life example, a week in action. Meet Susan, 62. She was worried about aging, felt stiff in the mornings, and struggled with energy. Here's how she applied the blueprint. Monday, strength training with resistance bands. Tuesday, brisk 25-minute walk with intervals. Wednesday, chair yoga and balance drills. Thursday, strength training, upper body plus core. Friday, Zumba dance class. Saturday, gentle stretching plus single leg balance holds. Sunday, rest day with light gardening. After 3 months, Susan reported, more energy in the mornings, no more knee stiffness, better sleep and mood, 5 pounds of healthy weight loss. She didn't transform overnight, but she transformed her lifestyle, and that's the key. Aging young, the big picture. Think of exercise after 50 not as punishment or a chore, but as a gift to your future self. Every workout adds to your health savings account. The deposits you make today, whether lifting weights, walking, or stretching, will pay off with more independence, more vitality, and more years of life to enjoy. It's not about being perfect. It's about moving consistently. Even if you start with 10 minutes a day, you're already reversing the clock. Final takeaway. Strength training rebuilds muscle and bones. Cardio protects your heart and brain. Flexibility keeps you mobile. Balance keeps you safe and independent. Together, these create a powerful formula for aging strong, confident, and youthful, well beyond your 50s. So don't wait. Your future self is counting on the choices you make today. Lace up your shoes, grab a resistance band, or roll out a yoga mat. Staying young after 50 isn't about luck, it's about action. And the time to act is now.